No, I'm going to this tier list, and then I'm probably going to it's gonna be a live stream because I have Patreon stream later tonight too. So live stream. Live stream. Yeah, dude. Mael did 4 million damage to Clea last night. I was like, bro, what the fuck? 4 million damage. So I'm not against it. I don't mind doing that. When I think about it, yeah, I don't mind doing that. Yeah, listen, I'm not gonna listen. Shit, do I play more Rivals tonight? I don't know. Maybe. I'll think about it. Let me get. I may play my Rivals. Yeah, I just don't want to drop the N-word because if I do drop the N-word, then I'm in trouble because I get chat banned. I got chat banned. Like fuck it. I don't know. Yeah. All right. So real quick. Well, not real quick. Tier list time. So this is the Marvel Rivals tier list for season 4.5. And this season is the Daredevil season. Now, I have played in the higher ranks, Celestial, but this season I played as much as I used to. I compared to other seasons for whatever reason, I forget. Just life, playing other games. Again, Expedition 33 is so good. So not enough time, but I'm playing enough, I think, to where I could gauge. I think it's still early in the season actually to really gauge. It's only like a week plus, like just that. But I'll say it's early. And also, this is a console-based opinion for my Rivals. Console and PC are different in terms of how they operate with some characters. Not overall, but there are some differences here, honestly. DD is at least A. You think Daredevil's at least A? Okay, we'll get to Daredevil soon. Because I don't want to spoil. I don't want to spoil it. All right, but there's a. This season has a lot of changes, man. There are some major losers, and then there are some giga winners. There are some winners that are like, yo, brother. But I do want to say this off the gate. Every character in this game is viable. Every character in this game is absolutely playable on the highest of levels. Of course, it depends on your own skill. More often than not, it's a skill issue if you can't play that character in the highest of highest levels. But even still, there are some characters where it's just so much easier to play successfully at the highest and highest of levels. And there are some characters that are just so hard to play at those levels where you have to be phenomenal. You have to be AJ Styles' chosen one, all right? I'm all of me. I am, but all of me. You have to be like that in order to be very good with those characters at the highest levels, all right? You do. So, on that note, listen, the way this is ordered right now, it's kind of weird because the way I did it before, like I had the same list from, let's say, season 4.0. And then so when I went to the same list, it had all my old posts. So I kind of put them all back here. I'm going to go tanks first, DPS second, supports third. And the first tank we have is over here in this list, Doctor Strange. Strange is really good this season. I think that Strange has been pretty good overall. But I feel like in this season, because there is, I think a lot of times when you think about Strange and how he's utilized, the portal is like an invaluable thing, always. The portal is just so damn good. But Strange feels a lot more effective now than he was back in previous seasons. I feel like Strange right now is either at a high A or he's at a low S. That's where I put Strange right now. I put Strange at either a high A, like over here somewhere, or low S. But we'll see how this goes. I'm gonna leave Strange right here at low S. But I think Strange is really good. In fact, let me do this too, because I did last time as well. I'm gonna do this because I think we need a tier 2 that's above S. I'm gonna do pink because I want to be my more masculine side. It's gonna be SS. So it's gonna be SS. We're gonna add that row. Wait, no, I messed it up. Okay, hold on, let me see it. Do that. The S. The boom. 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 A very masculine pink. And we'll do Yes, SSJ. 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 Okay, busted. Emma Frost. That's obvious. Look, here's the thing. I'm not too sure what the devs can do right now, Emma, because Emma is really still, even after all the nerfs, she's got a nerf after nerf after nerf after nerf, and she's still super Saiyajin levels. It is disgusting. And the biggest issue with Emma Frost has always been diamond form, where in diamond form, she can tank less damage now, fair enough. And she does less damage when she kicks you into a wall, fair enough. But I think it's no matter what, it's always that chokehold. Emma, she does range damage now, more range than she used to with her beam. She has that shield. She can tank so much damage with her diamond form, as it is. She has the best CC ability in the game, right? She's not the best CC character in the game. That's somebody else. But she has the best CC ability in the game. That command grab is disgusting. Even when you play characters that are somewhat CC immune, like the Thing, even still, it doesn't really matter a lot of times because, honest to God, that command grab's got to be changed. That's got it's got to be changed. I don't know how they have to change it, but they have to change that. They have to change that specific ability. That specific ability. Her ult's solid, but it's not the greatest ult, honestly, because she is vulnerable in that ult for sure. But it's her command grab. It's like when I play games, she still gets banned. All right, she still gets banned in the game. Oh, I can't wait to see where you put Loki. Actually, next time I do these things, I'll probably bring you guys on because I do want to do like a group thing with the tier list. Because we actually may do like an end of the season tier list with you and KH and everybody else who wants to have the comments on that. But right now, this is like the game of the season, so it's only been like a week. So I want to kind of bring you guys on for like, let's say a tier list later on in the season. She has a shield, damage reduction, CC, high damage, burst damage. Yeah, bro. It's like she's just too good. She's just too good because that command grab, it's the grab. The grab and the grab alone is just such a powerful ability. You just can't deny it. Like that grab ability is too strong. All right, it's too strong. It puts her at super Saiyajin levels. She's busted, pretty much. Groot. I think Groot's A. I think Groot's an A tier character. I don't think that Groot is like. So there are a lot of ways to really bypass Groot's BS and his walls, but Groot still gets mogged. He still gets mogged down by Wolverine. Wolverine is still his nemesis. Iron Fist now, because of the Iron Fist buffs, you can burn down Groot easier as Iron Fist when you ult, like for sure. Groot gets melted down. Any tank gets melted down by Iron Fist now. Any tank gets melted down by Iron Fist. The Namor and Hela team up is still also like Namor doesn't have a problem with Groot walls. Neither does Hela, honestly. Especially when Hela can, she has that movement buff now. She's busted it, and she's really busted. Groot's just really, really good overall, though. Like being able to do certain stunts with his walls is pretty invaluable. I would say that Groot actually probably went higher if the Loki, Groot, and Mantis team was stronger. But they nerfed Loki. And Loki, I think, he's feeling those nerfs. I think he is for sure. Loki heals do not feel anywhere near as good as they used to. They really don't. But you can still have a very good Groot. Like you have that Fortnite sort of skill expression with Groot that can still be pretty used. That's still pretty used pretty effectively. So I think Groot's good, really good, but he's not crazy good. He's good though, very good though. I'm gonna give him an A. After that, for tanks, we have Hulk smash. All right. I don't know why Hulk still gets banned. Maybe it's the console thing, but Hulk still gets banned regularly on console. I don't know why. This confuses the shit out of me because Hulk has really no reason being banned so often. I don't get it. But at the same time, Hulk is still banned less than when he used to be banned. He's still banned quite a bit, but he's not banned as much. And the reason why he's banned, I think, still quite a bit is because Hulk is still in of himself a very high skilled hero, and he can dominate lobbies if you're not too careful. He can control the pace very well. He makes a lot of space. He can do a lot of separation. He can body block pretty well against the tanks and cut off their heals. He can stun ultimates out of their, let's say a Strange Jaw can get stunned, or let's say if you're a Penny, you can get stunned. Star can get stunned. Iron Fist can get stunned, obviously. Like, his stun abilities are so good. He can make he's such a good space creator. He's very, very mobile still. He's very good at flyers too. Let's say, well, maybe not very good. But he can handle flyers with his air stuns and his range moves. Like, Hulk is still overall a very strong hero. I'm putting Hulk in S. I think he's not as high. You know, actually, I'll say this. Okay, I'm gonna leave Strange at S, but I'm gonna keep Strange like high S. But he's not like busted. Strange could be busted in some ways, but I don't think he's busted overall. I think that in general, Strange is probably in the high S tier right now, and I'm putting right here Hulk at like the mid to low S tier. I think Hulk is still pretty good. Again, he still gets banned. Hulk still gets banned on a regular basis. Not as much as he used to because of that Namor Team, that's gone now, that Namor Team, but Hulk still gets banned in my games. And there are people, as the game progresses longer, folks get better with certain characters. I think Hulk's one of those characters where folks are getting better and better and better with Hulk as time goes on. And Hulk is good. Hulk is really, really good. I'm gonna give him again, S right there. Fear Magneto. Okay, that's it. Mag is his Mag. He's the best tank in the game. He's the best. Emma is the most busted tank in the game, but Magneto is just the staple tank. If you know how to play Magneto, you're on that Super Saiyajin tier, because Magneto has just so much utility. His ultimate ability can not only stop all range damage, but also he can use that to then kill other cats out of their ultimate. So he can kill, obviously, Cloak and Dagger. He can kill Mantis out of their ult. He's really, really good into counter support ultimates. And Magneto, he has that self bubble. He has that. He's super strong overall. There's a reason why they pick him all, whether it be in low elo, whether it be in high elo, whether it be in the top 500 ranks, or even in the pro scene. Mag is Magneto. Yeah, man. Mag is Magneto. Yeah, he perfectly balanced, but also, well, perfectly busted. Perfectly busted, all right, as Magneto should be. I don't think it's going to change anytime soon, because his kits just, unless there's another character that, for example, has an anti-barrier or anti-bubble or those kind of features, I don't think Magneto's going to be ever out of the S or the Super Saiyajin tier. I think he's always going to be either S tier or he's going to be over here. And I think Mag this season's on that Super Saiyajin tier. Next for the tanks, who do you got? Next for the tank is going to be Penny Parker. Penny, okay. Here comes some controversy. Penny Parker, I think, is going to be A tier. Maybe low B tier, but I'll put her A tier for the time being, and we'll see how things go. Okay. Damn it. I'm going to caveat this. She's A tier with Rocket Raccoon. She's B tier without Rocket Raccoon. Actually, probably C tier without Rocket Raccoon. You know what? She could be D tier. You know, I'm backtracking. I'm saying B tier. Without Rocket Raccoon, she's B tier. But with Rocket Raccoon, she's A tier. And the reason why, remember when we got flanked by that Penny? Yeah, the flanking Penny was because we had a dumb Moon Knight on our team. We had a really dumb Moon Knight on our team. I was like, bro, what are you doing? Either way, Penny is a menace when Rocket's on the team. And she just handles dive so viciously. And the crazy part is that, low-key, Penny is in a better spot now because Human Torch is nerfed. Human Torch is not played as much as used to be played, which means that the flyers as a whole, so 2 flyers got nerfed this season, Ultron and Human Torch, which actually helps out Penny's position a lot more because the other flyers, they're not as, how do I say this? Iron Man's still solid, even on console, he's still solid, but Penny, I don't see as many Iron Mans that do, like, I see more Iron Fists, more Blades, more Daredevils, because Blade got buffed, Iron Fist got buffed, and Daredevil exists as a character. Okay, cool. All right, what does that mean, though? Blade, Iron Fist, and Daredevil are all dive melee characters, which she wholesale counters. She counters them to oblivion. Magic got a nerf, but she was still pretty strong last season. And then Psylocke is, we'll get to Psylocke soon enough. But the idea, though, is that because you have more guys playing melee characters now, it only makes Penny stronger, which is why I want Penny actually in the A tier category. In fact, you know what, dude? Yo. All right, slow me down, but don't stop me now. I may do this. I may drop Groot to B. I may drop Hulk to A and leave Penny at A. Look. Look, man. Look. Here are the facts. Groot is not strong into any of the melee characters. Iron Fist melts him. Blade just got buffed into high heaven, and so he looks like Blade now, not Gun. And then Daredevil, let the devil, and then Groot's like, and he's just getting demolished. He's getting mauled. But if Penny has that Rocket team up, it's like, yo, get fucked, because you can let all the devils of hell out. You can release Ball, Beelzebub, old Saint Nick, all these niggas can pull up, and they're just getting Penny mined into oblivion. They're getting Penny mined into oblivion. Like Penny this season, I think, and again, preferences here, okay? With Rocket Raccoon. This is only with Rocket Raccoon. If without Rocket, she's B tier, but still probably better than Groot. But with Rocket, she's A, because Rocket, like, dude, Rocket is, it's like she has a fucking field effect. Like it's some sort of Yu Yu Hakusho type shit. She has her own territory of webs, and Pennies, as they get better, are getting very good at putting their minds in their spots. And think about it, right? It's so much harder to dive a Penny as Iron Fist or Wolverine than it is a Groot. If you're Wolverine, Groot is a delectable piece of bark. But if you're a Penny, that's a heavy risk when you have to dive in there as Wolverine and try and take care of a Penny Parker. And again, Human Torch is nerfed. So is Ultron. The Flyers, which gave Penny a hard time, are not in the mix as much. So, yeah. What is this? Why are you texting me? Okay, what's going on? Oh, you made a clip of it? Okay. I'll play a clip. I'll play a clip when I get the Venom. Okay, when I get the Venom, I'll play the clip. Stone the Stone over here. Oh. Okay. After Penny, Thor. Thor is good. I know folks say he's not good, but Thor's good. Thor's like B. I mean, he's A. He's over here. Thor just shreds. The problem is that with Thor, Thor doesn't have any way to really squash damage. Like, he has no shields, he has no barrier, he has no mitigation like that, but he builds enough shields. He has Awakening Rune state where he can take extra damage in that state. But he's basically just Roadhog. At this point in time, if you play Overwatch, he's essentially Roadhog. He goes Awakening Rune state, and you go bam, 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 bam. You can do a lot of combos. He is good anti-air with his bubble effect. I would say that even, let's say, against certain characters like Wolverine, or let's say Wolverine or Iron Fist, going up against a Thor is still risky because Awakening Runestake can still just like annihilate you. Iron Fist for sure. If let's say if the Thor times are right, and then you don't have your block up, you can get annihilated with bolts of lightning for sure, without doubt. And then also with Thor, he is still pretty mobile. And then like Thor can bully Groot, he can bully Penny at times. It's because Thor can actually move Penny outside of her webs or mines and, you know, take care of her, but it's harder to do. But Thor is in like, I think he's overall in a pretty good spot. On console, I'll say he's overall A. I don't folks put him weaker than that, I think, on PC, but I would say overall on console he's A tier overall. He's still very strong. Captain America. Captain America is a tough one. Last season I said he was A. But see, here's the problem, right? Again, they buffed they buffed 3 dive characters. Actually, they buffed a lot of dive characters. And Captain America feels weaker now because I'm putting him at B tier. Yeah, I'm putting him at B tier, but I would say he's over Groot. I would say that Captain America, doesn't control, he doesn't control space the same way tanks like the Thing and Thor and Penny can control space. And against a meta where Fantastic got buffed, Daredevil exists, Iron Fist got buffed, he just feels weaker now. Actually, no, I'm putting him actually below Groot right now. He feels weaker now this season at this point in time because he can get chased down by Daredevil or Iron Fist. And he can't make the same space as a Thor, or he's not as lethal. Hey, did Smoke just subscribe to the channel for the first time in his goddamn life? No more ads for me. Oh, good. Perfect. No more ads. Perfect. Oh, yeah, the ads are running? Good. Listen, if you guys, I'm streaming a lot more, so if you guys want to add, sub. I need to have a sub count here somewhere, too. I'm going to do that probably sometime soon. But, yeah, he's been for around such a long time at sub. It's crazy. I love Smoke, though. So, but yeah, when it comes to Captain America, I would say he's weaker overall now. He's still annoying in terms of how to deal with Smoke. I mean, not Smoke. 40 and slip. He's still annoying to have to deal with Captain America. But think about it now. Like, the meta characters are characters like Namor, characters like Hela. They can blast through Cap's whole existence way easier now. So, like, Captain America, after, because he did get nerfed to survivability, and it kind of, you kind of feel it now. In fact, I would say this. I feel like Venom is a far superior version of Captain America. In fact, he's next, right? Yeah, Venom is going, you know, okay, I'm going to do this. I'm trying Magneto down to S tier, over Strange, and I'm going to put Venom over here. Venom is the much better version of Captain America right now. Venom is the truth. Venom is cracked. And all because where Captain America got nerfs, Venom got buffs. And his buffs are significant. So real quick, now that we're here, okay? My boy Smoke has a clip, because we played together the other day, right? My boy Stall over here. And he had this nasty clip where he actually blocked he blocked a Magneto ult with his back, pure lat muscles. Right here, fear Magneto. Look at Smoke right here. I don't block this. Walks up the wall, tanks it. Crazy. Brother. Tanks that. Hello, tanks that. This is what I'm saying, bro. All right, listen. Venom is a far superior version of Captain America than Captain America is. And Venom has anti-heal now. His ability is cracked. If you combine Venom with Rocky Raccoon, Or let's say you have a Luna Snow use her damage. That's it. He's highly mobile in that ultimate ability on the ground. He covers a white AoE when he bites. He applies anti-heal. Venom gets banned a lot, and for good reasons. Venom gets banned a lot. So I'm going to say Venom is super Saiyajin tier. He's cracked. Venom is really, 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 really good. Thing, my boy. Boom. He's B tier over Groot. Yeah, right here. Boom. Thing. Okay, so I'm gonna get this what I said before too. Okay. I think the Thing. So right now in the meta, you have the emergence of a lot of dive characters in terms of Blade gets a buff, Daredevil gets a buff, Iris gets a buff too, right? These guys get buffs. Flyers got nerfed. Human Torch got nerfed. Ultron got nerfed. And you are seeing the emergence more of characters like Hela and Namor. Fair enough, fine. Thing is, I think, one of the best space makers in the game. I think that Thing is, he's not as good as Penny, but he makes space better than Hulk does. Thing is able to not only shut down a lot of the flyers, because he can leap to them and then just, he hits them once in the air. And we are seeing more Angelas appear, and Thing can just shoot Angela out of the sky. But also, here's my take too. Here's my take. Thing is actually still low-key good into a lot of divers. Whether it be Black Panther, whether it be Magic, with even Iron Fist too. Iron Fist, I think, because whenever you're playing the Thing gets automatic shields every time he charges up his punch. Thing can actually leap away to his teammates and then give them extra defense. Groot can't do that to an Iron Fist. Groot has to hope that the Iron Fist isn't going to just mug him down with a flurry of punches, or his team heals him in time. But Thing can actually escape. He has two escapes. He has his Yancey street charge, which allows him to run around, and then Iron Fist can't really get to him that well. Same for Blade, and then also same for Daredevil. And because of Saga right now and her emergence, and her ult's really, really strong, when you have a Thing running around in her ultimate ability, he can actually show up a lot of that damage, and they can, and so you have cats survive. Maybe one cat can survive extra because we're all still so strong right now. But you can survive a little bit better when you have the Thing running around in that enhanced form. Like, to me, I feel like Thing is actually like the best tank for making space, because he can make, especially in a brawl fight. Like on the domination maps, he's so good at making space and handling areas, especially when you're a Thing player and then you peel, and then you can either peel back for your team, because he's very good at peeling back for the supports. That's something that people don't understand. Thing, a lot of guys play the Thing the same way they play, like, let's say Thor or Hulk. No, Thing is an enforcer. His job is to make sure that everyone on the team's okay. And he does that by land-bounding annoyances like Angela and divers, but also he does that by applying a fuck ton of pressure to so many of the divers and even to flyers too. Pokers, not so much. He really can't do that. But even still, and actually they're very strong in this meta, but the problem is that also you have very strong divers to this meta as well. You have very strong divers. So Thing is very good into that situation. For pokers, you have to have your Stranger Magnetos do that kind of shit, obviously. But either way, I think Thing is still BTR stays over these guys. And then finally, the Hand of Heaven, Angela. Get me my Angela, bro. Get me my Angela, bro. Angela's good. Angela's really good. Angela's tough, bro. The thing about Angela, though, is that she has so many counters, but she got her double axe form buffed, and so her counters that are annoying, like when she's flying around, guys like Iron Fist, guys like Jeff, Bucky, they can cease her into oblivion. But I feel like with Angela, one of her best assets is just she can ambush you worse than other characters like Wolverine or even like Black Panther. She's really, really strong into hunting down weaklings. Like if you have a weak, let's say Spider-Man who's getting out, Angela can hunt him down and kill him. Like she can do that effectively, very effectively. She's hard to use though. But so I'll put her right here, like at A tier. I want to say she's like low key S tier. I really want to say she's like actually X tier, but I feel like she's over A tier. Oh, actually, no. Me dropping Thor's kind of crazy. Honestly, shit, chat. I don't know. Ooh. I just don't see Cap, bro. I don't see Cap. I don't see Cap anymore, man. Yeah, whenever she's in Gabon mode, she's still tough because she gets better healing now. She can like actually be very effective against divers too. Like even Iron Fist, who's like hunting her down when she's flying around, just don't fly on the ground. But Iron Fist in an area where he has to come into your zone, and then you're getting shields back every time you hit him. So like you're now you're trained back and forth with Iron Fist way more effectively, and maybe you even kill him at that point in time, especially if you're able to like time it where he has no block. But either way, Angela, I think is her mobility and her ability to like do the chain combo, get people off the map. It's just so good. She's Wolverine, but better, but way better. So that's how it is for the tanks, I think, right now. Bro, Cap is busted. He's not. He was busted. Then he got nerfed, and then Venom exists, and he's a better version of Captain America. Cap is very good at stalling for sure, but I think it's a lot less so now because you have Venom. Because his ability to stall is like mitigated heavily by Daredevil and Afra's existence now. Like these two characters alone, these two guys give Cap a nightmare situation. They give him a nightmare scenario. Cap can bounce like around the map all he wants to. Let the devil out, and then. I'm gonna run away, guys. No, you can't. I was on your 6. Cap was like A tier, I think, last season. I think he was strong as fuck because he had so much sustainability. But this season, I don't see Cap like that anymore because Cap, I think, his sustainability falls so short to number 1, the Namor Hell team, number 2, Sock's existence, number 3, Iron Fist's buffs. I made Iron Fist a lot of times. I'm Lord Fist. If I see Cap now, he's a target. I'm gonna, because I can lock onto him and boom. And if I play Daredevil, good luck, bro. Good luck. So yeah, that's my take on the tanks right now. I could be wrong, obviously. I'm not gonna deny that. I thought, like, because Cap to me is either like A or he's like, because again, it's such a huge fall, but it's like because there's less flyers, but there's better dives now. It's like Cap just feels like he's weaker because these guys just hunt him down like dogs. All right, now DPS first. Bucky. That's just obvious. Listen, I don't care. Nobody says. There's also a Cap nightmare as well. Bucky is a Captain America nightmare. Bucky is a nightmare for Angela. He's a nightmare for Hulk, probably. He's a nightmare for Groot. He's a nightmare. Bucky, so Emma Frost has the best CC in the game. Bucky is the best CC character in the game. I'm saying it again. Emma Frost has the best CC in the game. Bucky has the best, he is the best CC character in the game. Let's review here, chat, okay? Bucky Barnes, armed and dangerous. Bucky number 1 has 2 projectiles that can knock down flyers. Okay? Number 1. Number 2, Bucky has a hook that allows him to grab anybody from range. Yeah, the range varies depending on how you charge it, but he has a hook where not only can he grab you, he can actually grab multiple people at once. He can grab like 2 or 3 cats at a single grab, which is stupid. Clearly a dev favorite character, obviously. But then number 3, I'm sorry, that's the wrong thing. 3, he has an uppercut, which now has a 1-second stun. Not a 1 second grounded, not a 1 second you can't fly anymore, a 1 second full-on stun. And he gets shields. Ugh. Bucky he's gross. He's super Saiyajin levels. He's gross. Bucky is the best CC character in the game. By far. I don't know why he... Arguably, he is the best, deepest character in the game, even on console. He is the best, deepest character in the game. Bucky Barnes, right there. Winter Soldier. Armed and dangerous. Because he has 3 of the strongest CCs in the game. 3. In order for someone like Thor to anti-fly somebody, he has to swing his hammer, he has to go up near that flyer, aim right, hopefully. Then he has to pop his Thor force, he has to pop his awakening bubble around him, I should say, that Thor bubble, and then they can drop after they leave that bubble. Bucky has 2 red plasma balls he just shoots up. So there's 2 flyers. Let's say there's a Storm and a Johnny. 1 Johnny down to the ground. 2 Storm down to the ground. Then he can hook them in with his second CC. Then uppercut them with his third CC and then have a 1-second stun. That's all without using his primary fire. His ult's still pretty good, though nowadays you see less Lokis, so his ultimate ability is not utilized as much. You saw his ability be used a lot more when you had Loki Luna, that duo, but now that's kind of gone out the window, and you don't see that many Buckies like really do a lot of their ults chain like that, but his ult's still pretty strong no matter what. So yeah, Bucky still, he's the kind, yeah, honestly he is. He's the kind of DBS, he's cracked. BP, still banned on console here and there. But honestly, BP's kind of like mid right now. He's kind of mid. I think he's been outshined by other diver characters. He's still hyper lethal. That won't change. Like, he's still hyper giga lethal. But one thing that's still important about his character is that he still has a lot of downtime. He's been nerfed quite a bit. And I think that's still the case here. Where, like, not only is he nerfed, but also the emergence of some supports like Jeff being stronger has made it more difficult for BP to be more effective. Because Jeff and Rocket, them being stronger makes BP weaker. No. I can understand, like, BP, I think he used to be A. Yeah, for sure. He used to be A or even S tier back in the day. But BP, I think now C tier. Because BP, my take is this with the character, okay? BP was an issue for I would say, the immobile supports. So he was an issue for, let's say, the Mantises, for the Luna Snows, for probably the Cloak and Daggers. But if you're a Jeff and you're cognizant of BP around you, you're going to be mobile enough to actually avoid BP, which only lowers his downtime because BP has to really get his cooldowns ready to do that 1-burst combo, right? Which is still very annoying. But he has to get, like, the right position, which is hard to do against Jeff. Rocket has not gotten, he's gone up. Like, I play Rocket. And there's actually a game I played on one of the Clintar maps where I had a BP hunting me down. He couldn't kill me a single fucking time. Here I am in GM playing against a BP as Rocket Raccoon. He is hunting me down for, like, most of this round. And he couldn't kill me a single time because I was able to use the walls. I was able to climb and pack away. I was in the right spots at the right time, or I was moving around so much and I was still healing. BP was not effective. And if he's not effective against me as the healers, which is like his primary thing, he'll go after the other DPS and the tanks, which makes him super less effective because he can't one-tap the deepest characters and the tanks and he can the supports. So BP is like, so because of the emergence, because of the rise of Rocket Raccoon and Jeff, the Animal Kingdom support duo, BP is a lot less effective, I think. He's still lethal as fuck. Make no mistake. And he still does get banned here and there for sure. But nowadays bans are shifted to other characters, and BB I think he's far less effective. Far less effective. Namor. This is S, bro. I'm gonna say this too. even without the Hela team up, Namor's S tier. Namor's S tier. I think folks are going to realize how good this character really is. And here's something that I think folks, it's all about your squid placement. Namor, there's two types of Namors. There's wet Namor and there's dry Namor. None of it is sexual, I promise you, okay? There's wet Namor and there's dry Namor. Wet Namor is Namor with the team-ups, okay? Hulk last season, this season it's Hela. That's wet Namor, okay? Wet Namor is Super Saiyajin. He's Super Saiyajin. Dry Namor, you could argue, is A tier, but I'll argue he's S tier even as dry Namor. And it depends on your squid placement and how you play Namor. If you play a flanking Namor, you're actually pretty effective with two squids. You didn't need a third squid. You really don't. But if you actually want to play a more midline Namor, something I'm seeing more of, and thank God they're getting better at it because I know I've been doing this for a while now, and it's really, really good. I think my win rate on Namor is like 88%. It's like disgustingly high. It's like fucking cracked. And the reason why is because you don't need your squids. Remember, Namor, I think it was 2 seasons ago, Namor got a projectile buff for a spear. Namor can actually like 1 and 2 tap. No, I think he can 2 tap, or even 3 tap people to the face, I think. So he's actually very good at damage. And what you want to do is that it's all about your squid placement. Even as dry Namor, you can still find yourself having the most damage outputted in the lobby if you know how to rotate your squids correctly. And one of the things you should do, honestly, is have your squids. This is what I do sometimes. Actually, a lot of times. My squids are behind me. They're not in front of me or in the ceiling. They're actually behind me. So I myself am soaking up damage as the squids are behind me, because if the squid's behind you, that means what? Your squid has longer uptime. If your squid has longer uptime, that means that you could be more effective as Namor himself and just throw spears at people's heads and, just dominate that way, right? Namor is kind of like, I think he's very similar to Groot, where how you utilize your walls as Groot is a key part of your skill expression as the character, Groot. With Namor, how you place your squids is a key component of how you operate as the character. Even more so, let's say, even in your own shots. Placing your squids in the right spots is very important. So Namor, I think, is overall S tier in general this season. Widow's interesting. She's interesting. I want to say she's D tier, but is that because of folks do not know how to play her, or because she's a bad character? If it's based on how folks know how to play her, she's D tier. If she's a bad character or not, she's actually probably A tier. I'm putting her at C. I probably have no D rank characters at this point in time. I think. Maybe. I'm not too sure. Though, to be fair, even on console, I think she's probably D tier, though. Look, here's the problem with Widow, okay? I'll be honest with you guys. Widow, I think as a character, fundamentally is probably A or S tier. But she's actually like D tier in reality, based on how folks utilize her. Yeah, if I talk about, let's say, as a character, fundamentally, she's probably S tier. Fundamentally, as a character. But in reality, she's probably D tier, just how she's utilized. Because she has probably like one of the worst CCs in the game, low key. Not as Emma Frost's CC, but it's up there. It's like top 3 worst CCs in the game. Where she has that invisible sort of rope that you can't react to. There's no sort of wind up for or anything of that sort. And then it can grab you in, then she can kick you, and then she can stun you. And then you're stunned there for as long as the time as Bucky's uppercut, if not even longer. And then she can just kill you. So it's like she has this ability to where she has one of the craziest CCs in the game. And she's very effective, of course, at all ranges. But that CC alone is warranting of probably A tier because it's such a strong CC. That CC is so disgusting. But in practice, and we had this situation too happen. Damn it, dude. In practice, she needs a lot of support for her to be effective. So there was a game we had. It was me and KH. We were playing on the Midtown map. I think it was Midtown map. And we played with this this zesty sniper duo. All right? These this duet. And what was interesting was that one of the Atlanteans, all right, folks from Atlanta, one of them was Widow, and they didn't want to Mantis. I could play Mantis. And they're like, no, I don't want to play Mantis because it's too much pressure. And they were not effective. They were not effective. They were getting picks, but they were not effective. All right, two different things. All right. They kept on backing up. They kept on having space be taken, all kind of stuff, right? It was not good. And the issue, I think, is that Widowmaker in practice needs Mantis. She needs support from other like supports or tanks to be really effective. She needs that. And so that's why I'll put her in D, but keep in mind that she's probably gonna be like either, but in principle, probably A or S, but I'm gonna say D for now. Fantastic. Oh, he got buffed, but I actually don't see that much Fantastic. I'm putting him at like C tier or something like that. Because even on console, he's better on console than he's on PC for sure. But I don't see that much Fantastic. Even the ranks I'm at now, like I don't see it. He's there, but he's, yeah. I think he's there, but he's not, like, he's good, but he's not. I'm putting a B tier for now, I suppose. Maybe over. Fantastic is strange. I'll put a B. Okay, I'll put him at B tier for now. Okay, here we go. All right. So we have Phoenix. She's S tier. She's not busted anymore, but she's not Super Saiyajin levels anymore, but she's still disgustingly strong. She's very, very good. Still probably like the best DPS character out in the S tier, probably. Hella is now Super Saiyajin status because of that Namor team up. Honestly, she was already S tier in my book. Now she's Super Saiyajin tier. Even on console, she's still cracked because when she has that Namor team up, brother, dude, what the fuck? Even with that team up, she's still able to let me say it right. With the team up, she's insane. I think those dead squids are actually vital. They're like crazy good. But even with the team up, she got a buff. She got a mobility buff. Why? I don't know. I have no idea why they buffed Hela. I have no fucking idea why they did that shit. But here she is with more mobility, undead squids, and the same ability to two-shot you from all ranges, and has one of the best ults in the game, and has CC that still has a Venom team up. Remember that. She still has the Venom team up, bro. I don't know why. Woo! She has nasty CC. That can even stop ultimate abilities from going off. Yeah, no, she's super Saiyajin tier. Her and Bucky are competing for like the best character in the game. It's these two are interchangeable. I'll leave the tanks first, DPS second, and the supports third. But yeah, they're super interchangeable here between the two best DPS characters in the game. Either it's Bucky or it's Hela. One of those two. Number 3 is coming up soon though, and it's pretty obvious who the fuck it is. Number 3 is pretty obvious who the hell it is. They not actually, you know what? Bucky made number 3rd. It depends. We'll see. Hawkeye is gonna be C tier. He's mid. In order to be good with Hawkeye, it takes a lot of skill, and it takes a lot of aim and practice and patience. He's super lethal, obviously, but Hawkeye doesn't seem to be as. You see Hawkeyes once in a while. They're not banned. They're not really like, you know, like they're just there. They're just kind of there. And I'll say this too. I feel like the game is healthier when sniper characters are not strong, because characters like that are going to be so toxic to the game, because if you like leave a spawn, you just die because you got sniped. So what the fuck? This is lame, and they can't do that. All right, like Widowmaker in Overwatch is still to this day, I think, toxic as hell, because you just one tap you from across the map anywhere. Hawkeye not being as strong is fine. In fact, he's a very high skilled. In fact, I think he has very, very high skill expression, honestly, as a hero, because you have to charge up the shot most of the time. You have to actually hit the headshot to be truly vital. You actually have those. I think that's pretty good. The explosion arrows, which do a lot of close range damage. Like, they can do a lot more damage than you think close range. Honestly, like, they're great for that diving shit. Has anti-dive sword. He has deflect too. So he has a lot of things going for his belt. But he's such a high skilled hero that's hard to get a lot of value from him. It really, really is, on a regular basis. Though it depends on how effective that hero is, right? Because I'll say another hero that's very, very high skill ceiling is Star-Lord. But Star, I think, is A tier, probably like high A tier, like over here somewhere. Oh, you don't need the tanks. Like over here, either A tier or like S tier, like low S tier though. Star-Lord's really good. I think Star-Lord's one of the few characters that can actually make the claim of like Jack or even King of all trades. He can do anything he wants to. But he's a high skill hero, like in the same vein as someone like Tracer. He's like a Tracer and Soldier 76 hybrid, where for him the key thing is timing, being able to perceive certain animations and certain characters. Like, for example, I play Star-Lord. Let's say I run to a Hulk, right? If Hulk is moving his hands like this and going like this, I know he's gonna do a stun on me. So I have to see the animation cancel time, or I have to see the animation time, and then know when to roll to avoid the stun, so I'm not getting stunned by Hulk, right? Or let's say, for example, I hear strange ulting by the eye of Aga, and then you have to know when the exact timing is to dodge the ultimate ability. So Star-Lord is very high skill because you have to have insane game knowledge and timing to maximize his kit more often than not. Whether you're trying to dodge via boosters or dodge via his spin. And then on top of that, with Star also, it's about knowing when to utilize your ultimate ability, which can't actually kill through support ultimates. Well, it can through some, like rockets, but it can't kill through Mantis. It can, but you have to really like focus on one particular character. But obviously Sue or Cloak and Dagger or Luna Snow, you're not killing through those ults. Obviously, you're not one of those characters. But he has very, very high skill pressure for Star-Lord. Like, I think for me, the highest skilled ceiling, the highest characters are of this should be its own tier list. But I would say the characters that have the highest skill expression in the game are probably Hulk, Spider-Man, Hawkeye, and Star-Lord. That's what I think, personally speaking. Either way, Star, I'm gonna put him at A tier. Iron Man is solid, pretty damn solid. I'll put it at B. I think on PC it's easy to aim, but on console hard to aim. It does give Iron Man a little more wiggle room, honestly. I feel like if they did have a one tap character, more people would play. From the East would play. From the East would play. Yeah, that's lame. That's lame. One tap characters also kind of force in metas that you don't want to play ever, like triple tank or goats, where you want to forego any hero that has HP that's like, let's say, lower than the kill threshold for that one type character, which mostly means tanks. Either way, though, Iron Man is solid. I think he's probably like over here somewhere, better than Fantastic on console, because it's harder to aim up on console than it is, let's say, on PC. So Iron Man has more breathing room on PC on console. Iron Man has more breathing room on console. Fuck me. Iron Man has more breathing room on console than it does on PC. So I'm putting him on B tier over here. Magic is strong. Got nerfed a little bit, but not enough to put her out of, like, I think the S tier. I think she's probably still in the low S tier. Magic is one of the best divers. I think she has one of the best combos in the game, honestly. I think she's pretty good overall. I think on PC, not as strong per se, but on console, her combo's still pretty lethal, still very effective. I think she's S tier character for sure. For sure. I think that when you look at Magics nowadays, they're probably they're still like the second best diver in the game. Not the first best diver in the game, but they're still number 2. What the hell is this? Okay. So I was put her at S tier. Moon Knight is kind of toxic, but his ult's still cracked. I'm putting him in the A tier. I know Moon Knight, I don't think is a character that can win a lot of 1v1 fights. No. I think he still loses like a lot of characters, like let's say in 1v1 fights. He loses like a lot of characters in 1v1 fights. Let's say for duelists or even tanks, that kind of stuff. But his ult is so radical that if you're playing in a brawl tank situation against a Moon Knight, the Moon Knight will feast off of the tanks, and he will get his ult like every like 10 or 15 seconds, like legit. That's how fast it is. It's crazy. But if you have to deal with shield tanks like Magneto, like Emma Frost, like Strange, it's more of a problem with her. Because for that big issue. But I will say this, all right? If you're running Angela into a Moon Knight and you're playing Angela, hunt down Moon Knight because he can't do shit to you, dude. If you're playing Angela to a Moon Knight, he can't do nothing to you. You just demolish his ass. Like, get the fuck over here, nigga, the hand of heaven. Like, oh, damn, son. She is crazy into Moon Knight because he can't do shit. Onks on the fucking floor, Onks on the ground. This man can't put Onks in midair. Huh. Imagine that buff one day, right? Midair Onks. Like, oh, shit. But this man, he still has all ability too often to, like, you know, really. If you're playing Hulk, Thing, Cap, Groot, Penny into Moon Knight, get ready, because the moon, and that's gonna be every other second, dude. All right, the moon. Cause for the longest, I'm thinking PC and console had different nerf and buffs. No, they have the same nerf and buffs. In fact, that's some of that PC guys forget is that they balance the game not only because of PC, but also for console as well. Keep that in mind, right? I am speaking about the unsung market, the console market, which is also a pretty damn big market too, as far as I understand. Console players, there's a lot, maybe more than PC players, but I'm not too sure. I don't know what the numbers are. I do not know what the numbers on that are, but characters like Fantastic are stronger on console. Hit scans, honestly, I'll probably start at S tier if he was on PC. But I'll say for now he's on A tier for console. Not that you can't be as effective, just that it's hard to do. Like it's hard to aim on console than it is on PC, for sure, without question. It's hard to aim on console. I think moving is easier for sure on console than on PC, for sure. But I think the aim matters a lot more for aim reliant characters, and movement matters a lot more for moon-based characters. So that's why Magic is better on console than on PC, because she's a moon-based character for the most part, and then all knows a combo. But aiming characters like Star-Lord are going to be hard to do. Hela, I think, is overall. I don't think even matters. Hela's just Hela. Even though her aim is hard to do on console, it's still Hela. Thing. Oh, that's it. That's the story. I don't think it matters. Why do you choose console PC? Because I'm used to console. That's really it. I play console games most of my life, for the most part. I play PC games maybe once in a while when I was like younger, but I'm not PC. Like, I don't like, because I have these big fingers for me, and for me, it's not the mouse that's the issue. It's WASD. WASD sucks. I think this shit is trash. I think it's really, really bad. I think it sucks massively. And I hate using this WASD shit to move around. I hate it so much. I just can't stand it. That's what I go for. If there was a way to combine a analog controller for movement and a mouse aim for aim, I'll do that. But aiming is not the issue with the mouse key. It's not. It's WASD. That shit is ass. I hate it. Episode though. Now, Human Torch. A. He's not busted anymore. He was over here with the fucking Baba Yagas, but now he's over here. I think he was still a pretty good character, but he's not busted anymore. He's like he's definitely over Moon Knight. For sure Moon Knight, but not Star-Lord. Star's better than that. I think Star probably is the best A-rank character in the game right now, probably. Maybe even over Star's. I think he could be S tier, honestly, but like I think it depends. I think because he's such a hard character to use. He's like Hulk. Him and Hulk are sort of like him, Spider-Man, Hawkeye, Hulk. They're so hard to use, man. You have to take hours in these boys. But either way, he's not a demon anymore. All right, he's reasonable, but honestly, you could still say that he's the best flying DBS character in the game. I would still submit to that, honestly. All right? I would still submit to that shit. I really would. I would still say that Human Torch is still on the same, he's still the best flying character in the game. He's not like cracked anymore, but doesn't mean he's not good. Like same thing for, let's say, Phoenix. Phoenix is still really strong, even though she's not the best. She's not bust anymore. So the nerfs I think were appropriate for both these two for sure. And Human Torch is now I think more in line. So it takes more skill to be as good as Human Torch, which is the way it should be. That's the way it should be. It should be pretty skillful based shit to be as effective as he was. All right, not like I'm able to like do some glitch shit. No. Fuck that. It's annoying. But yeah, so I think he's way better now. I'll put an A tier right here. Psylocke. So Psylocke, Bucky, and Hela are the best characters, the best deepest characters in the game, easily. What order? It depends, right? It kind of depends, honestly. You could argue that Psylocke is the best deepest character in the game, or Hela is. Kind of depends. In fact, you know what? I'll do this too. Fuck it. Because Hela, I think, is the best deepest character in the game when you include Namor's team up. When you don't, you can argue that Psylocke is better because Psylocke has a general buff overall to her ultimate ability. It's a flat out buff where it's faster and she does more damage. Psylocke now, for me, is an immediate ban. Hela, I play Namor, so I don't want to ban Hela's like that, but Psylocke is an immediate ban for me. An immediate ban. All right? An immediate ban. Whoa, the buffs. The buffs. Okay, so for the season, they buffed Psylocke. They made her ultimate ability faster. So she can move around. So when she has that big circle, her Chodomite thing, whatever we call it, that circle now moves around faster across the entire map. Right? So she can get more cats in that circle. And she does more damage. So she used to do, I think it was 150 or 140 per swing, per hit. And now it's 170. So back in the day, supports, let's say you have a Cloak and Dagger and a Luna Snow, they could heal each other, play patty cake, and they could survive a Psylocke ultimate ability. Now they can. Now they get killed if they do that. Because she outputs way more damage now per swing. And that buff alone has put her in the super Saiyajin tier. Because now all Psylocke do is they farm their ult as fast as possible. Boom! Total mine, and then guys just die. They just die in waves. Like, okay, whatever. Sure. So, like, you should still try and stack to survive it. Because, especially if you have support players that are inside that shit. So let's say if I play the Thing, I'm going in there and I'm going to try and survive that. And I'm trying to help out my supports by going in there to take off that damage. But she has so much damage now where you need to have 3 people in there with supports actively healing or just use an ult to survive that. Her ult in the past did not require an ultimate ability to use to survive that. Now it does. Now you need a Luna Snow ulting or a Mantis ulting or a Sue ulting to survive her ultimate ability. You need it. You just need it. Okay, so. Okay, who's next? Squirrel Girl. She got nerfed. Honestly, she's pretty trash. Might be with you, bro. Yeah, she's pretty trash. Yeah, she's trash. Well, actually, hold on. On console, is she really though? She is, but she's not like horrible, like trash. Yeah, your main is not. She got nerfed, so she does less poke damage overall, and she has less of her mammal bond, so she can't use her bouncing abilities as much, or even do the mammal toss. And on console, she was a menace. She was higher ranked before. Like on console, she'd be like B tier, like in the lower ranks on console particularly. But now she's like C tier, like low C tier. She's like barely. She's almost D tier, honestly. Her team up with Iron Man is still kind of fun, and it's actually pretty more effective than you would think it is, honestly. But Iron Man's not being played that much either because Iron Man has to deal with now, again, who are the characters that are playing the most? Hela, Phoenix. They can do what? Annihilate Iron Man in the air. You know, on console, they can do that. Psylocke can still do that too, as herself. Star-Lord can still do that. Human Torch is still playable, obviously. You know, so it's like Iron Man's not used that much anymore, honestly. He's really not. And then another character that kind of, you know, destroys Iron Man's day is also Iron Fist. Iron Fist is A tier, dude. He's fucking cracked. No, actually, he might be S tier. It's the season of the fist. This is console gaming, boys. People that are hit scan players can still dominate games and lobbies, and they still do. Well, of course, obviously. But it's harder to do that on console than it is on PC. Which means only what? Melee characters are more effective on console overall than on PC. This man is the king of melee. This man is a fucking shredder. He is a shredder. He's a demon. He's now living up to his, you know, moniker. All right, it's like he's the Chinese intro character, and China's giving him buffs. This man's ultimate ability is disgusting. All right, his hits per second, he shreds tanks so quickly now. It's like, brother. There's a few times as Iron Fist, I ult when a Hulk ults. That Hulk don't last 2 seconds. The things are hard to deal with because the things can jump around. I mean, the things that have the Yankee street charge and hard to kind of hit like that, even on console when they're running around like crazy. And then you have the Hulks. They can stun you and shit like that, but you just block that shit. You know what I'm saying? It's like this man's ult is a nemesis for all these tanks except for fucking you if you have that team up and your ass because you just swing away. And you, madame, because this bitch right here, mommy. Like, okay, that's it. Boom, end of story. So you tried that. Emma can still be killed a lot. Just that, Jesus Christ, man. This chick right here is fucking radical. But yeah, I think he's S tier now. I think on console he's S tier. I think Iron Fist is kind of cracked. He's kind of cracked. Like, I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. Wanda. Like, she's on console, she's better, but I think nowadays not that much better. I'll be with you. I feel like Wanda is still, because other characters are used more and they kind of counter shit too. Iron Fist just annihilates Wanda. Like, Wanda's can survive and they can play it smart where like, they can throw their stun on the ground. And so if you're Iron Fist, so let's say if you're somebody else like that, like a diver, you have to go through that shit. But it's just not enough. It's not even close. Like, again, every character in this game is viable, even the high ranks. All right. I think Widow, honestly, on paper should be like S tier. But again, I think in practice, she's D tier. And so in practice, you can see some Wandas do Iron Fists, like, to push them off. But in reality, nah. You see Wanda used on console more, which is a shame, but her ultimate ability still sucks, no matter what. Iris can still parry that shit. You can still dodge a Star-Lord, it's not a big deal. You can still stun her out of that shit, not a big deal. Still has a long charge-up time, so it's pretty obvious to see it. She still has a set damage for her suck, so it's whatever. Wanda's Wanda, man. She's C tier. Better than Hawkeye? Nah, not really. You on console? On console, actually, probably is. Okay. Punny. Actually, no, I'm lying to you. Storm. Storm is pretty good. I think Storm's pretty strong. I think actually I'll put Storm over Iron Man. I think she's better than Iron Man. I like Storm a lot, but I think Storm is harder to use. I think Storm has to really like kind of her shit has to get worked out because Storm has an issue I think where she's such a slow moving flyer. For every other flyer, it's kind of like, even Ultron has hyper movement. She doesn't have none of that, but she has that crazy AOE. But again, look at the meta. The meta. Boom, boom, boom. The goddess, Hela, Phoenix. Hello? The god's having a hard time. Well, the real goddess, right? She's having a hard time. And then she has that team up thing where because she's so good for her team. She has the enhanced movement wind power. Then she has the lightning field. So anyone that comes to her can get lightning damage. But right now, Iris is so cracked. I don't think he cares. I think you still just hold and that's the end of story. You just get mauled in midair. Yeah, man. I think she's S tier. I think she's B tier. I think she's a good flyer in principle, but not the best flyer in the game, which is Human Torch right now. I think these two are still worse than Human Torch. Even after the nerfs. Punny's a flat B, bro. Punny's good. Punny's good. Punny's just good, man. It's just, Soldier and Six. Whether it be on console, whether it be on PC, Punny's Punny. I think he just aims and shoots, and it works. Or it doesn't work. One of those two. He says, can he dive? Can he coordinate well? All kind of shit? Probably not, but he's okay. He's okay. Wolverine. Is it just me, or do I not see Wolverine that much anymore? Like, sometimes I think cats ban Wolverine. I'm like, why? Because I don't see this. Maybe it's just me, but I don't see Wolverine like that anymore. I really fucking don't. I don't know where he went. Like, he's there as a character, but I just don't know where this guy went. I put him in, honestly, maybe B tier, just to be generous. But I'm like, I don't know where this guy went, dude. They should have had Punisher. They should have gave Punisher a dodge roll. He's just too stiff. Yeah, but he's all range. He's just all range. The Punisher, he has good ultimate ability. He's still all range. That, he's diveable. He gets outranged by this demon right here, this demon. But, Angela is new. Honestly, yeah, Angela's so much better, dude. She can fly on the map. She's so versatile. What is there are some games where it's Wolverine, I think he's good to a brawl comp. A ball comp, not brawl. Brawl kind of, but also ball. I think in ball comps, he's actually pretty strong. Where he can he can kind of just sit there and wait. His uptime is really, really low. But then when the tanks come close, just shred him. But for the most part, he's just sitting there not doing shit. He ain't doing shit for a minute. So outside of that, I don't know why I play Wolverine. Over Iron Fist, who can fly and do shit like that. Yeah, Iron Fist is the better Wolverine at this point in time. Wolverine's B, Iron Fist is S. Blade. I've been seeing more Blades. I said before that Blade, I think is S tier, but he plays like he's C tier. I think he's A tier now. I think he's better than Moon Knight. I'll keep it a stack. And Johnny. Yeah, fuck it. Blade's good. Blade is better now. I'm seeing a lot more Blades being played. They're actually way more effective in terms of their melee damage. They're actually way more effective, way more effective in melee damage range. On console too, they're better. No longer is Gun. Gun is still the meme, but at the same time, it's less of a meme now than it was before. Blade is good. He's pretty solid. He's faster now with his blade combos, his actual sword combos, right? His ult's getting utilized, I think, in pretty good ways. His ult does stack with Venoms. So if you have Namor anti-heal, stacked with Blade anti-heal, and Venom anti-heal, they all stack together. They all do. And it's pretty interesting to see that combo. That does happen when you want one tank triple DBS. That does happen sometimes. He really is good. I went on a 5-game win streak with him earlier. His gun feels strong. Good. Yeah. Because Blade, he feels better now for sure. I played enough Blade myself this season, but Blade is actually I see it in how people play Blade. He is a lot better this season for sure, without a doubt. Okay, last two DPS characters. Spider-Man, yeah. Okay, Spidey, the flagship, the face of Marvel. See, but over BP, I guess. Yeah. I did play a game where Spider-Man did carry the game, but he carried the game only because there was a pit for him to drag support off the map. If you have support say, let's go to the left side of the map, and he can't just grab us there. Like, okay, cool. Or let's say you play supports like Jeff or Rocket, or I guess Ultron. Like, Ultron can just avoid that shit entirely. Rocket can just boost his way out of that whole bullshit with the pit. Cloak and Dagger just kind of float up at end of story. I guess certain supports like Mantis. I mean, Sue can also like leave that too. Loki has clothes. You can just, Spider-Man, I think, is really a menace whenever there's a pit. Like, honest to God, whenever there's a pit, he's a menace. He's a demon. He's a fucking beast. He's like, whenever there's a pit, he jumps from C tier to like fucking A tier or S tier. Like, it's like, oh shit, there's a pit here. And I don't know why this is allowed. It's such a weird mechanic to be able to like pull someone across the entire map off the ledge when it's like 40 or 50 meters out. It's like, why can he do that? I have no idea. But outside of that, I mean, because we played a game like that the other day where, because Smoke's in the chat right now. We played a game where we lost because even though I was crushing it on Star-Lord, we lost because our Luna Snow kept on getting pulled off the map by Spider-Man. And every time we made a push, we were always down support because Spider-Man was always pulling Luna Snow off the map. And our Luna Snow did not know how to deal with the Spider-Man. She didn't think, I'm going to go to the far left side instead, so he can't pull me off the map. Or I'm going to try to avoid him. I'm going to make sure, like, no. Just fuck it. But again, you need the map to favor Spider-Man. If you need the map to favor a character in that circumstance and not like in a universal sense, then it becomes more obvious that the character is not that strong at all. And Spider-Man is a weak character, I think. When the right person has the mask, it's a wrap, lol. Again, that applies to any character, right? But with Spider-Man, it's more annoying because it's like a more support issue where Spider-Man targets and supports more often than not. But again, like other characters just dominate his life. Namor crushes him. Saga's a way better diver than Spider-Man is right now. Same thing for Star-Lord. The same thing for Iron Fist, obviously. Magic is just leagues above him at this point in time. So it's like, to me, I understand he can be annoying, but more often than not, the man just feeds. Speaking of diver, last character, you named it. He's A. He's like a good A. Like him and Blake could compete, actually. Honestly. Honestly, he's probably over here, actually. I'm sure he's over here. Yeah. So he feeds in teams, not communicating. That's either a teammate issue. That's either probably like an ELO thing or a team communication thing. That's an issue that's like not Spider-Man per se. That's like an issue with the team itself. Like teams can lose to. You have a team of a DPS duo. Like if you go get to let's say a DPS duo of Squirrel Girl and Spider-Man, you can lose that shit. Of course you can. If your team is all discombobulated and someone's feeding, of course, yeah, duh. But in general, Spider-Man is just not that strong anymore. But Daredevil's pretty strong. Daredevil's actually really strong. He's like really, really strong. He's actually really good. A tier. I'm gonna say A tier like I said before. A tier. He's great. Daredevil's really good. His ult's hard to use. I think that Daredevil he's really, really good at hunting down certain supports like Jeff or like Rocket. He's really good at that, honestly. Like the animal duo that you see nowadays, Daredevil, Iron Fist can hunt him down pretty effectively. Though Rocket's harder because he has the map control, where Jeff is kind of, or Jeff maybe not as hard. It kind of depends. But either way, they're good. Like, he's very, very good. I feel like Daredevil can be S tier once people know how to use him better, but he's not there yet. And his ults, I think, interesting, but you have to use it in the right setting. So, like, for example, if there's like a team push, you want to use the ultimate ability then. So, like, the other team they're really like discombobulated, even more so. Or let's say you have like for example, let's say I'm a Thing player and I smash the ground my ultimate ability. They want ult as well as Daredevil, so it only applies more weaknesses to, let's say, their ult. I want to ult as Daredevil in another support ultimate ability. Like, you can, let's say, some ult, like, let's say, for example, in Magic. Like, if you're ulting into a Magic ult, not Magic, if you're ulting into a Magic's ultimate ability as Daredevil, or let's say a Sue ultimate ability, fine. But Luna Snow wouldn't do that, honestly. Cloak and Dagger would not do that, honestly. Maybe I want to do it. Rocket, actually, probably not, because Rocket, he got buffed, so no. But his ult's still pretty good, though. His ult's pretty good. His combos are great. Very easy to use overall. High mobility. Being able to set, and here's one thing that's very important too with Daredevil, okay? His ability to track you through walls with his hearing is actually, like, cracked as fuck. It actually puts a lot of dampering on flanking. Psylocke, Hela sometimes when she flanks, Magic, even Hawkeyes when they flank too, or Star-Lord, flanking is way harder now when Daredevil's on the field, because he knows where you're at. He just knows where you're going. That's also part of the reason why BP's down here. You'll see it. BP's in the corner, waiting. Bust. All right? And then they're waiting, mummified, for the right time. Daredevil, I see you. So what he winds up doing, the same for Spider-Man too. What Daredevil winds up doing is that he winds up putting so much pressure on flankers like Spider-Man and BP, because Spider-Man and BP, they need so much downtime in order to be effective in their uptime, because they're not like someone like Psylocke, who has a pretty good combo with her base kit. Same for Star-Lord, same for Hela, who flanks sometimes, or Iron Fist, who's always in the fray. Same for Magic. Magic can be in the fray a lot because she has iframes, right? But Spider-Man, BP, they have to wait for a long period of time in order to get shit done. But he makes that moot because he sees you, and then he hunts you down. It's like, oh shit, it's Daredevil. So Murdoch is pretty good. I think he's A tier. I think he's A tier for sure. For sure. Okay, now, finally, the strongest role in the game, the supports. Yeah, Sokka is SSJ. Sokka is busted. She's an immediate ban this season. She's an immediate ban. She's way too strong. Finally, supports. First of all, Hefe. This is obvious, bro. It's gonna come the fuck on, bro. Jeff is just cracked. Jeff, I think, I'm keeping a stack. I think Jeff right now is the best support in the game. I think Jeff is the best support in the game. Not because of ultimate ability. It's because in the neutral, he's way too good. He's way too good in that neutral. His beam, his squirt, applies healing and damage at the exact same time. And that's way more powerful than first perceived. He has also, and I noticed because whenever I play Angela, I noticed that I'm like, hold on, why am I getting CC'd by fucking Jeff? Jeff has CC. If you don't know this, Jeff's alternate fire, his water balls, his loogie balls, actually have CC. So I'm getting knocked around by a fucking Jeff. I'm like, what the fuck? He has an absurdly small hitbox in that shark form. He's super anti-dive, as we have to swim up the walls, that kind of shit. And then Jeff is cracked. Jeff is fucking cracked. His primary is nuts. Now, the game is decided on ultimate abilities. Fair enough, fine. That's true. But Jeff's all got that buff now to where it's actually way more viable because he has that water pond. And what you'll see Jeff's do, because again, as the game progresses on, cats get smarter. What you'll see Jeff's do is the same way they would swallow Monster Point Hulk and throw off the map. They do the same shit to the supports. Mantis. Boom! We are undefeatable! Jeff, Swallow off the map. No, you're not. Invisible Woman. Cloak and Dagger. Cloak and Dagger. Us Against the World, after it's over, swallowed up. Right timing. Because you can't dodge after you do the full combo. The full field. Off the map, you're gone. Jeff, he can do a lot, dude. Jeff is actually a demon. He's a demon. He's a demon, dude. He's a demon. Jeff is too strong. Warlock. I'm putting a B. B, he's good. He's actually pretty good. Warlock's pretty good. In fact, I think no support character is C tier because they're all good. But I think Warlock is B tier. Actually, probably A tier, low key. But on console, hard to aim with Warlock, so I'm gonna say B tier. Because I think if you can actually aim your shots better with Warlock, he'd be A tier character. He actually be like more of like an Ultron, but like in the air. But in the ground. And his ultimate ability is actually pretty strong now. Like he's actually pretty strong. It is a bit annoying, I think. He has a good team with Luna Snow, but it's not all that effective in itself. You have to run him with triple support to be very effective with him, I think. If you run him as a dual support, with let's say him and Luna Snow with that team up, that's not enough. I think you want to do for sure with him triple support. So I think he's B tier. He does help facilitate that triple support shit, but again, the most prominent comp in the game is still 2-2-2. That is still the most utilized meta. Even the highest ranks, most prominent meta is still 2-2-2. 2 tanks, 2 DPS, 2 supports. So if you're in a situation where you cannot triple support and you only know Adam Warlock and you're trying to fill, you're in a pickle. But with triple support, he's way more effective. He's like A or even S tier at that point in time. But in the most prominent game comp, which is 2-2-2, Warlock is still a B tier. Now, Sue, strong S. Sue is S tier. She's one of the best in the entire game. Her ultimate ability's cracked. I mean, you get invisible. The slow is pretty gnarly. The slow is pretty whenever you play Angela or any fly, like let's say Angela or Iron Man or even a Human Torch, that slow is actually crippling. How you fly and you just stop. You just what the hell's happening here? Yeah, so. Honestly, she's great. She's a great healer. In the neutral, she can also avoid a lot of dives by going invisible. Honestly, she can jump with that visibility. She has a lot going for her. She has shields too, which are also pretty convenient shields. Really good as a staller, be able to get a shield in the air from a Sue. That's great. So yeah, she's for sure S tier. Loki, not cracked anymore, but still pretty strong overall. I'll put him at B, probably high B tier over the right now. I'm ordering it in terms of tanks, DPS, then support. So I'll probably say the highest B tier character probably in the support role right now, Loki. He's still really good. I mean, but he's not as good. Loki could be run before in a duo support comp with him and Luna Snow. Now you need a support for that for Loki. That's what I feel. Loki is no longer capable of being a duo support healer. Now he's in a triple support healer. Yes, fine. But as a duo, he can't do that anymore. But you can still run Loki Luna, but you need either probably a Jeff or a Mantis or an Adam Warlock or an Ultron to run that more effectively. Back in the day, though, he was probably over here as S tier because you can run him as a duo, but now you can't anymore. So, you can, but you're probably losing that match. Keeping a stack. You probably want him in triple support, not dual support. Yeah. Luna Snow. Da 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 da. A. Luna's Luna. I mean, she's Luna. Call it stack. It is what it is. Though, to be fair, I think with Luna, you could argue that she's S tier, but I think on console, another healer takes that role of being S tier for the big heals, and that's, I think, Cloak and Dagger. I think Cloak and Dagger is S tier, surely. I think on console, she's more, again, aim is harder on console than it is on PC. It's not to say that you can't aim as good as PC players. You can, for sure, without a doubt, easily. But it's not easily. Actually, that's not the point. You can, but it's harder to do. And because of that, you don't see as you see way more Cloak and Dagger players, and they are more effective on console than on PC. That's what I think for sure. Especially when it comes to the Cloak side, when they go on attack mode. Dagger's still pretty good. Her things still do home for healings and so on and so forth. But I think Cloak also for DPS as well, for Cloak and Dagger, is more effective on PC, on console than is a PC. Rocket is cracked. Rocket is cracked. Okay, timeout. Okay, yeah. Rocket now has the same 40% damage buff he used to have for his ultimate ability, on top of the additional shields he got recently. Rocket's him. Rocket is him, dude. I had him S rank before last season. He's still S rank this season. He's still S rank this season. Phoenix is a hard counter if you don't shoot her ultimate ability. If you have a Bucky or a Star-Lord or a Punisher or a Hela or another Phoenix, just shoot at her Phoenix. That's all you have to do. It's a big giant chicken in the sky. Boom! You are nothing. You know where it's going. Right at the rocket ult. Kill it. It's that simple. And also, very important here too. When you're Rocket and there's a Phoenix on the opposite team, you will get ult faster than her, most likely, one. And then number two, if some folks will realize this, but as a Phoenix player, or if you play Phoenix, you have to aim at the ult directly to take care of it, more often than not. Because some Rockets actually put their beacon on a high ground spot. So for example, if you're Phoenix and you aim your ult, let's say on the ground, let's say nearby the Rocket ult, but it's not with that explosion, and it's in the air, the Rocket ult's still up in the air. So like, for example, if it's on top of a ledge, or let's say on top of, let's say, some sort of wall, and then the Phoenix aim, let's say on point next to the wall, or let's say near the wall, it may not destroy the wall at all, because her shockwave is flat. It's horizontal. So it goes across the ground. It'll actually take care of the beacon, which is on a high ground. So you have to aim directly at the Rocket ult itself, which some of them don't do because they don't know that rule. And again, you can just shoot it down. It has low HP, just shoot it down. So yeah, maybe they don't, but all you have to do is just shoot at her ultimate ability, and that's it. Just shoot at it. That's it. And sorry, we're done. Just shoot it. That's it. Ultron's good. Ultron's good. I'm putting him at B tier. Ultron's good. Ultron's very good. He's still weaker. So Ultron was last season A tier. Then he got nerfed. Now he's B tier. But he does the same shit. He facilitates a very effective tool support. He puts a draw on somebody. Everyone gets healed in that zone. He can apply shields. He's actually pretty good anti-air too, as himself being a flyer. And he can just have low key. His ult does good healing. His ult does like really, really insane burst healing. It's fucking crazy. I am Groot, or you are nothing, or Hell Unleashed, or Sag Chodamai. If you go Ultron, you can actually save your team from all those ults. It's actually kind of crazy. Ultron can do a lot of damage, healing with his ultimate ability. And he can also bypass shields. So for example, Manus ults on their team. She has all those shields. Not anymore. Now with Ultron shreds those shields like butter. He shreds them. It's crazy. Speaking of Manus over here, A. Boom. Easy. I think she's over our only A. Yeah, I think so, yeah. Manus overall is A as a healer. She's very good, very strong. I think she helps facilitate a lot of honestly, she's probably S tier also. Actually, she's probably S tier overall. Actually, no, let me see this real quick. Let me Yeah, because Mantis, I feel like Mantis you can, because she got buffed recently. Mantis, I think you could run in a 2 healer comp, but you need shields. I'm gonna say that. You can run Mantis in a 2 healer composition, but you need shield tanks to do that. Tanks that can survive on their own, so our heals are more effective. If you do that with brawl tanks like the Thing or Thor or a Hulk or Captain America, okay, but you know what I mean. If you do it brawl tanks that have no shields or no way to mitigate damage, then Mantis is not a good idea. But if you're playing with, let's say, a Emma Frost or a Magneto or a Strange, you could run a dual support combo with Mantis and, let's say, Sue or Luna. You could do that, but it depends on your tanks, not you. So it depends. And yeah, I think that's it. I think I'm good to go on that front. Part of me is debating if I should put Loki in A tier. Because Loki is still viable. It's just that does anyone know if Daredevil can actually... No. Daredevil can, I think, perceive the real Loki from the clones. I think so. But he still can't trick an Iron Fist. You know what? I'm going to put Loki at A tier. Like low A tier. But A tier. Because the way I think it is this. Hear me out. Loki can still use his clones to trick divers a lot, pretty effectively. And he still has immortality feel. And when I think about it now, his ability is actually one of the best abilities to counter Psylocke's broken shit. So I remember that, like, back in the day, Loki, every time she ulted, immortality field, end of story, done. And it works. Yes, on console, it is harder to aim in the air as Loki than it is on PC. Yes, for sure, without doubt. But at the same time, Loki, you can't run Loki in. That's the reason why I put Loki in B, because I don't know if you can run Loki, and I don't think you can run Loki into a duo support comp. The most again, I'm gonna say it again, the most prominent composition, the most prominent comp in the game is 2-2-2. 2 tanks, 2 DPS, 2 supports. That's what folks gravitate towards the most, even in the highest ranks. If that's the case, can Loki be run as a second healer? And more often than not, I think nowadays the answer is no. Back in the day, that was a yes, but now I think it's a no. Triple heal doesn't take the spotlight? No. I think even in the, let me see, I think it's Rivals Tracker. Let me see what it goes. Rivals Tracker. Yeah. Team comps. Let's go to the highest ranks. Let's go to Eternity. Okay, so Eternity. Oh, actually, oh, wait. Whoa. Time the fuck out. Okay, so Eternity is different. Eternity, they do run triple support more than they do 2-2-2. Celestial, 2-2-2s run more than triple support. And Grandmaster, 2-2s run more. Yeah, so in the highest ranks, like so from Grandmaster up, you do have more folks utilize 2-2-2 more than 2-1-3. But you do see more 2-1-3, 2 Vanguards, 1 dual triple support. You do see more of that in the highest ranks. Well, at least it has a higher win rate. The pick rate is still way more for 2-2-2, but the win rate's higher on it's a higher win rate actually on for Eternity. One above all. One above all, even higher than that is 2-2-2. So yeah, 2-2-2, you do have more folks utilize that dual support comp than you do in triple support comps. But in Eternity, that's an exception. I don't know why. I'll find it one day. Loki is never playing those triple comps. Yeah, I mean, fair enough. But Loki can copy a lot of those. Loki can still copy Ultimate's ability, like number 1. But number 2, again, my thing is, the reason why I put Loki down here is because, in my opinion, Warlock and Ultron are only good with triple support comps. I feel like Mantis could actually work out in a double support comp if you have tanks that are shield tanks, not brawl tanks. Shield tanks. Cloak and Jumper just cracked. Rocket's damn near cracked. But Loki is weird because I'm like, I don't think after the nerfs, I don't know if Loki can be put into a proper 2-2-2 comp, or does he have to be in a 2-1-3 comp? That's what I'm getting. That's where Loki I'm kind of getting iffy on right now. I'm not too sure Loki at that point in time. Loki's in premiums by a small amount. It's less than 5% win rate or 0.5% win rate. Okay, fair enough. Yeah, right. Like it's very, very small margins. Yeah. Right, like it's very small margins between the two. And then again, you see how the pick rate for 2-2 is still way higher than his triple support. Way higher. Because the idea is that whenever you're playing triple support, you're taking more healing away from the other healers. But on the flip side, you have more heals overall, and some of these guys play the role of DPS, like Warlock or Ultron. You can run a DPS Ultron or Warlock easily. I mean, Ultron's built for that. Like, Ultron's literally built for that as DPS. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna say if you're a cracked Loki, you can run Duo, but that's only if you're cracked. All right, I'm gonna give him the benefit of the doubt there. And he can still copy ultimate abilities that are very useful, like Luna Snow or Cloak and Dagger. I'll give him the benefit of the doubt. After Steel's ranked, maybe I could do some ranked. But yeah, that's my tier list for the time being. That is my tier list. That is my shit. We are donezo. All right, so let me hear your thoughts on this. I think overall we have a solid tier list. Again, this is a console or the tier list. I think overall good to go. Yeah, that's it. Oh, let me see here how much time we have. Dude, that took me some time. We can roll through a match. Let me see here. Hard stuck gold. Woohoo! If you get on, just watch what you say. True. That's the thing. Yeah. I can't say nigga anymore, right? Okay. I tend to say dudes instead of ninjas. I just say dudes. Like these dudes this, these dudes that. That's what I tend to say. All right. Nevron. Yo, these Nevrons, right? I say cats a lot, though. This cat.